Hey everyone, it's Rena Jadov with the Health Bootcamps and Live Longer podcast here with Dr. Neal Barnard talking about chapter 2 of his book. Dr. Neal, so how can we reverse type 2 diabetes? What is the new understanding of the cause?
When we look at diabetes, it's clear there's too much sugar in the blood. That's what diabetes is all about. So until fairly recently, people kind of naively assumed it came from eating sugar, or I'm eating too much carbohydrate, which digests to release sugar in the blood. So people thought, well, that was the cause, and then they thought, well, the answer is just don't eat carbohydrate, and that will bring your sugar down a little bit. However, following that low carbohydrate approach, for the most part, people didn't get a lot better. With using magnetic resonance imaging, an MRI, we have had an opportunity to actually look inside the cells of the body, and there we found something amazing. It turns out the whole reason why sugar is building up in the blood is because it can't get into the muscle cells and into the liver cells where it belongs. Why not? Because there's something in those muscle cells and in those liver cells that's stopping the sugar from getting in. What is that? It's microscopic fat particles that came from foods. So to put it short and sweet, you ate a chicken salad sandwich with a slice of cheese and a bunch of French fries for lunch, and the fat particles went from your digestive tract into your blood, into your muscle cells, and as they build up in the muscle cells, sugar can't get in anymore. So what we have done in our research facility here is change that. So I'll take the animal products out of your diet. Suddenly there isn't any beef fat or chicken fat anymore at all. There's no cheese anymore. And if I keep vegetable oils low as well, there's not a lot of any kind of fat, and the fat drains out of the cells. And then the glucose can now go in, the blood sugar falls, the diabetes in some cases just flat out goes away. In other cases it's better, but not quite gone. So that's what we call reversing diabetes.
Oh my God, that's actually brilliantly simple. And it really is some simple core changes to your diet. And I think that's where your cookbook probably comes in handy. So carbs are no longer to blame?
That's right. Now, that's not to say that every carb is a healthy carb. Carbohydrates run the whole range from really healthy foods like beans and brown rice and sweet potatoes and so forth, all the way to potato chips and cake and that kind of thing. But as a group, carbohydrate is not the devil at all. In fact, carbohydrate releases the glucose your cells need. The problem in diabetes is that glucose can't get into the cell, and it's building up in the blood. So that's the whole big problem. So if I want to reverse diabetes, I'm going to do three things. Number one, I want to avoid all the animal fats. That means keep the animal products out. So I'm going to make you into a vegan.
Okay.
Now that sounds like a tall order, but in later segments, we're going to talk about how to make that not only doable, but actually fun, because all the side effects are great. I mean, it's the best way to lose weight, get your blood pressure down, and so forth. But that's number one, get animal products gone. Number two, we're going to reduce vegetable oils also. And number three, I'm going to pick the healthy carbohydrates, because white bread, there's other kinds of bread that could be a little bit better. The choices are really easy and quick to make.
What's a healthy carbohydrate?
Okay, if I feed you white bread, your blood sugar is going to go up pretty quickly. Let's say I change it to rye. Well, your blood sugar doesn't go up quite so much. Let's say I go to pumpernickel, even less. Let's say I give you a white baking potato, your blood sugar rises a lot. If it's sweet potato, it rises less. So there are certain ways of picking foods that are gentle on you.
And what about fruit? That eternal conflict between, is fruit good for you or is food bad for you?
The jury is in. Fruit is fine.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Fruit is not only is fruit fine, but fruit is vitamin rich, and it's good. Fruit has those natural sugars nature was hoping you'd pick. And so if most people's sweet taste comes from table sugar drowning everything, throw that out, pick the fruit. That's what nature wanted you to have.
Oh my God, it's such great news, because I love sugar and it's been one of the toughest things for me to hold off on. And so I'm thrilled to hear you say, now, of course, I used to eat a pound of grapes. That's not a good thing. But I think even just, few grapes is fantastic. Great. All right. Well, for the rest of you, we're going to see you on chapter 3, which is all about type 1 diabetes and whether diet can help. We'll see you then.